comedians left. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Next guy is one of the reasons was nearly a dog fight here like an hour ago. He's over B.U.M.B.RAP'N rock.
So on Thursday I was on a bus and I noticed this lady, she had her mask on, but it wasn't around her ears. It looked like it was going through the center of her ear. One ear was covered and I was trying to get a look at it because the one went through and I was like, did this bitch inadvertently invent mental floss? That would be absolutely fantastic, especially coming to a show like this one and having to hear Cody Stookie. Let's get rid of that, goddamn. Oh. Yeah, so I take the bus a lot. I took the bus back in the 90s. In 98, I left for about 20 years. I came back and Tucson has totally changed. You wouldn't think like everything would be different, but it completely is. Up by Iron Thornydale, they used to have the Super Kmart, and there was nothing else around it. Yeah, there was nothing else really around there, and now it's all, there's a McDonald's and a Home Depot, and I'm like, Jesus, wow. Yeah, all that stuff. And so I was like, man, this whole thing's changed. Used to be, there was the Foothills Mall, there was like a bank in there somewhere, and then the Super Kmart. Well, the Super Kmart happened to be the last stop on the 16 North bus. And I'm coming from the deep south side, right? I'm on the number 26, and then I get my transfer. Back then, you could get the 16 North at the Lauer Center. Now you have to go all the way to Ronstadt to get that, to go north. But it used to go all the way to Lauer Center. So I get on at the Lauer Center, and I tell the driver, hey man, like I'm not on my side of town, I ain't been sleeping, you know, I'm probably going to pass out. Could you make sure I don't miss my stop? I'm in Thornydale, Super Kmart. He's like, yeah, no problem. So go all the way to the back. And back then the bus was set up different than it is now too. It had 3 seats in the back, and there was 3 seats this way and 3 seats this way, and then 2 seats all the way up. So I go all the way to the back, and I roll up my Army field jacket, and I set it against the side, and I lean my head on it like a pillow, and I go to sleep. And a little while later, this chick gets on the bus, nothing special or anything, and this like 400-pound Samoan dude, and I was like, wow, there's an odd couple, but who am I to judge, right? She comes all the way to the back and sits next to me, and all I can think is, there's no way he's going to fit over there. And he sits on the side here and takes up a couple of seats by himself, and he's staring at her through me, and I'm trying to make myself as small as possible. And she gets up in my ear and she's like, this dude's been following me all day. And I'm like, I look at him, and I look back at myself, and I look at him again, and then I look at her and I say, that sucks. What do you want me to do, right? And she's like, could you get off at my stop to make sure that this guy don't follow me? And I was like, where's your stop? She said, Oracle River. Now, for those of you who take the bus, that is the first stop past the Toronto Center, and then you got to go all the way up Oracle, all the way down to Thornydale. Oh my God. So I'm like, Oracle River, and she's like, yes, that's my stop. And I'm like, look, I've got a long way to go after that. I'm sorry, I ain't getting off this bus. She says, I understand. She starts crying, and now I feel like a jerk. So I'm like, fine, I'll get off at your stop, I'll make sure he doesn't follow you, and then I gotta go. And she's like, yeah, okay. So we get off at her stop. Now at Oracle River there's this Denny's, and there's like a plaza behind it, and a Jack in the Box on the other side. Now nowadays there's a Mr. Car Wash and all this other shit, but that didn't used to be there. So, and a Red Lobster, who the fuck would have thought that? So anyway, so I get off at her stop, and we get up the little ravine, and there's the wall between this little ravine and the apartment complex, and I get her up over the wall, I climb over the wall, and I know guy ain't going over the wall, you know, he might go through it if he gets enough momentum, but he ain't going over it. So, we run through there, and I'm going, okay, where's your apartment, you know, and make sure you're safe, where's your apartment? She's like, oh, I don't live here, and I'm like, what the hell? So she grabs my hand, and we run halfway down Stone, and there's another apartment complex, and it turns out that's where she lives. I get her to her door, and I'm like, okay, you're here, I don't see you, Bob's her uncle, I can get back to the bus. And she's like, no, no, come inside, you're a hero. You know, I'll make you some lemonade. And I was like, I don't even want lemonade. And she's like, no, 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 come inside. I'll make you some lemonade. And I'm like, I don't want lemonade. And she's like, do you smoke weed? And I'm like, ooh. And she's like, I got plenty of that in my table. So I'm like, all right, but you better get that lemonade ready because I'm going to have cotton mouth. So I go into this living room and I sit down and I pull out some bags and I'm like, my God, this whole thing has weed in it. And back then that was a rarity, you know. So I'm filling my pipe, I'm filling my other pipe and my other pipe and I'm rolling it. And she won't mess that bad. So anyway, she comes back in, she's like, okay, I got your lemonade. And I'm like, yeah, let's bring that over to Papa. And she's like, no, no, let's take this in the other room. And I'm like, oh, I know where this is going, and I ain't got time to get there. So I go in there with her, and this is the time I should have cased the place. That door is the only door. Okay, there is no back door in this place. I get in this room, and there's one little window about the size of a cube, and it's way up here. You gotta get tiptoes on the bed to see out there. And that is the only window in this place too. Which, for what happens next, would have been a good idea to get an inventory on in the beginning. Because all of a sudden, as I'm smoking this weed and she's rubbing on my shoulders, I am hearing, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I get up, tiptoes on the bed, and look out this little window, and guess it was? It was the 400-pound Simone dude, right? So I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, what the fuck? How am I going to get out of here? That's the only window, he's in front of the only door. And I'm like, the only chance I got is I get lucky and he puts me through a fucking wall. You know? So, and he's still steady this whole time. And I'm like, and every one of those, my butthole gets a little bit tighter. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, and this is going to suck. And she's still rubbing on my shoulders and kissing on my neck and all that shit. And I'm like, what are you fucking doing right now? Are you not aware of the situation? Do you have an exit strategy, you know? And about the time that I heard the front door break, I can't make that noise. Just imagine it. The front door broke. And I was like, oh my God. That's when she grabs me and pulls me on top of her. And now I can't even see it coming. This big hand grabs me and starts shaking me. And you know who was? It was the fucking bus driver. It was my stopper. It was time to wake up.
Okay.
I've always heard there's one weirdo in every bus ride, and I look around and try to find that person as fast as I can, and not to make fun or avoid them or anything, but just to make damn sure it ain't me, right? And the other night we had a winner. He said, you know, he had made friends of every letter of 25 letters of the alphabet, but he don't know whys. I get off the bus, and there's this dude half on and half off the bench. He got 6 empty cans of Budweiser around him, and he's muttering out loud to something. And just in case it's me, I didn't want to be rude, so I'm like, hey, guy, you all right? He was like, you going through something? He said, oh, yeah, I'm celebrating. I said, oh, celebrating? What's the occasion? And he said, my first blowjob. And I was like, oh, that's a happy thing. You clean yourself up a little bit, I'll buy the next beer. How about that? He said, dude, if 6 of them didn't get the taste out, nothing will. So I gotta get on the bus, and this chick gets on the bus, she gets up the driver, she does this. He does this, she does this, he does this, she does this, he does this, she does this, and gets off the bus. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And the driver says, well, she's deaf, I don't know sign language, we have our own form of communication. She said, are you going downtown? I said, uptown. I said, you're gonna stop? I said, it's express, going by very far into the ballpark. I said, shit, I'm on the wrong bus.